Hello, welcome back to the best YouTube channel in the world. Coming up in this episode, I'm going to announce the next adventure, and this one is going to be good. So cue the intro. Okay, so let's get into this one because this announcement is pretty cool. So if you've been a big follower of this channel for many years, you might remember a big adventure, and it was called The Big Adventure, and it was absolutely nuts. It's where I took a Triumph Tiger in winter from the Midlands to Scotland, and do you know what? It was a long way. We had to stop on the way. It was bonkers. But when we got there, we did some absolutely amazing stuff. I caught the Loch Ness Monster with my bare hands. I rode up a mountain with 20-foot covered snow, and it was absolutely crazy. I jumped over sheep and cows and stuff like that. And of course, all that happened and there was no fails, and none of that is made up at all in any way. But that big adventure does exist, and what I'll say is it's worth going back because it was quite early-ish days, I suppose, and it's worth going back now and rewatching that because it was just absolutely awesome. And the one thing I did when I finished that adventure, I was exhausted, I was knackered. I even ended up breaking my Triumph Tiger. It needed a lot of work doing to it by the end of it. But the thing of it is that when I came back, I was like, I really want to do the big adventure too. And this is the announcement. We are going to do the Big Adventure 2 again. And it's not just going to be me, it's going to be the sidekick, and also as our support vehicle, the guy that basically has to rescue us every time we get ourselves in a big pickle. Mr. Dazza, the channel hero, is going to come along to support us on this absolutely epic adventure. Now, I'm going to go through the plans in just a second, but what I want to say is that there's a lot of planning, a lot of time gone into sort of coming up with the ideas and how this is going to work. And I believe this is going to be an absolutely nuts, crazy adventure. Now, we've picked kind of the wrong time of year again. We are going to be going, when it will be being filmed, will be early October. And whew, it might get a bit cold. I'm fingers crossed that we're going to get some good weather and we're going to get some good views. But again, it's all part of the Helmet Head 11 out of 10 bonkersness. So let me go through the actual plans, the bikes that we're taking, and all the stuff that you want to know, because this is going to be good. Okay, so here is a map of the great British UK. Now, this is pretty much, this scribbling all over here is from the original Big Adventure. And I've kept this map because for me, it was an amazing journey. So quite similar to that, we're going to be starting in the most famous town in the whole of the UK because I live here, Desborough, and we're going to be starting off from Desborough, and I kid you not, it's about a 9.5 solid hour drive to where we're staying. Now, I'm not giving campsite details just in case this episode comes out before we've actually filmed it, because I don't want to get swabbed by millions and millions of women. But basically, we're going to be coming all the way up here, and we're going to be staying around here. And then from here, that is going to be obviously our campsite. Now, we're going to be taking the Monkey Cycle Camper Van Mark II, and we're going to be taking Lance the ambulance, and obviously the hero is going to be taking his camper as well. So we're going to be taking the vans to get there so we can get this done in one day. So we're not just sweating our bums off, being knackered, riding the bikes all that way. And then that's going to be basically, around here will be our base camp. Okay, so from our base camp around here, we are going to try and do the NC500. Well, part of the NC500. We're going to take the A9 for many miles, capturing all of the scenic roads and the routes. And we're going to take that all the way to John and Groat. And we're going to put the famous Helmet Head sticker on the board there and get the awesome photo. Now, that's going to be a good day, a long day to get up there and get back, and it's going to be epic. And we're going to sort of almost review what the roads are like for the NC500 via the A9. Another day, we're going to head up into the Highlands, and we're going to become like the Highlander. And everybody who knows this channel knows I love crazy mountain passes. So we're going to see how much trouble we can get ourselves up on the mountains and spend an entire day doing absolutely gnarly stuff up there. And then another day, we're going to head sort of down this way. We're going to get a ferry and we're going to go off to one of the islands. And I don't really know which one we're going to go to yet, but I'm going to pick the most daftest named one that I can find. And we're going to go there and spend an entire day checking out an island. And again, from here to here is quite a long way. But it's going to be a giggle. I can't wait to push the sidekick off of the boat, or at the very least, we'll try to reenact the scene from the Titanic. And then it's not going to end there. It's really not. We are then going to travel a massive distance and start heading back. And what we're going to do is we are going to go all the way down to the Lake District, right? And then in the Lake District, we've got some absolutely crazy plans. We're going to try to do a sand sort of beach crossing. How nuts is that? And then obviously we're going to try and do some amazing green laning there as well. And it's going to be absolutely epic before we finally come home. So this adventure is going to be absolutely off of the chart. Now this is all sort of planned and sorted, but in typical Helmet Head style, we've got to get to Scotland first. So what can go wrong? Well, the bikes that we're going to take on this big adventure is going to be Darren's Aprilia Pedo 650 Trail, and obviously the Royal Enfield Himalayan brand spanking new, absolutely gorgeous bike. Then
probably going to break.
Probably will, because I'm riding it, but we have our backup plan. We have Mr. Dazza, who's basically become our saviour, our hero, so we're not worried about breaking down because he'll rescue us. And he's riding the best motorcycle in the world, the Honda Monkey Bike. So we all know that no matter what happens, we will be rescued by Monkey Bike and van. So Sidekick, after obviously you've watched the original big adventure that's quite a long time ago now, you begged me to take you to Scotland. Alongside me, man and man, doing the things that we do. Now, a couple of things. I've already explained to people what the trip's about, where we're going. Obviously, the NT500, you're going to be on your new bike. You're going to put it for its proper tests as well.
Yep.
Are you proper excited, first about going to Scotland?
Yeah.
And then second of all, are you really, really excited that when we do the ferry crossing, we can reenact the Titanic bit?
We're not doing the Titanic bit.
We are?
We're not. But yeah, I can't wait. I mean, it's going to be fun, isn't it? A whole week we've got up there.
Yeah, well, you know, it's 4 days up
4
there,
days
and then
in Scotland, 4 days in the Lake District. You know, we're gonna have an awesome time, aren't we?
It's going to be. We're literally doing the whole lot. We're doing the road trip side of things on the bikes. We're going up to the Norvis Point. We're going to put our golden stick of the Helmet Head crest on. Not just that though. We're then going to go and experience the Highlands. We're going to become proper Scottish people wearing skirts.
Well, you do know that I am Scottish, don't you?
So you wear a skirt as well?
Yeah, I can do. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
My surname is actually Scottish. My great grandparents actually came from Scotland, so I'll fit in well up there. I've been practicing the accent, so.
Well, I thought you were from everywhere with your cooking.
Well, you know.
So it turns out you're from Scotland as well. That's fantastic. So you're going home.
Yeah.
You're going to be part of the Scottish people wearing the skirt.
Yeah.
And but we're going to be doing the Highland thing, and then obviously we're going to go and catch the ferry. We've got the ferry crossing, we've got the beer, we won't get too drunk. Then we're going to be stuck on a desert island together for probably many weeks. That's very exciting. And then we're going to the Lake District, where we can do some proper green laning, some proper off-roading. And we're talking about doing a beach crossing.
Yep.
That is going to be out of this world. So one of us is definitely going to come off there. So man hugs all round if needed. And then of course we're probably going to check out some of the passes, or at least check out something that we may or may have not done on the channel before, but it's going to be absolutely epic. And of course we're going to drink lots of beer and get really silly.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot to fit in, haven't we? So we're going to be very busy while we're away. But yeah, we'll be drinking a bit of beer, you know, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And we're going to be having a good time. So yeah,
it's going to be good, isn't it?
It's going to be good.
Well, there you go, another absolutely awesome episode. I just want to say a massive thank you to all the people that hit that lovely red button and subscribe to this channel. Without you guys, this channel couldn't grow, and it's going from strength to strength to strength. So thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Also, giving us a comment and a thumbs up. I massively appreciate it. I also want to say a massive thank you to my patrons. These guys are the ones that help support this channel every single month, and without them I couldn't keep this content coming as quickly as I do, and let alone afford all the equipment and all the stuff we need to make these episodes happen. So thank you so much to my patrons. If you're interested in supporting the channel in that way, becoming part of what I like to call the executive patron club, then you can from as little as £1 a month, and you go via the link down in the description to Patreon. You get to see the videos first, and you get your names in the credits of every single video. And do you know what? You get to comment on them first, and there's a live chat on there. It is really a Helmet Head sort of exclusive club. It is really, really cool. So please check that out. Like I said, a link down in the description, as well as the merchandise shop where you can buy the most coolest t-shirts in the world. And of course, you've got things like the water bottle, the mug, all the stuff you see in other episode. It's all there in the merchandise shop for you to own yourself. So please go and click in the link, check out the shop, buy the mug that makes everything taste a million times better. Not proven or guaranteed. And then, of course, we live by 3 famous sayings on this channel. The most important sayings, the gospel of life, the thing that we all live by. And of course, that's eat pie, ride motorcycles, and be happy. I'll see you in the next bonkers helmet head adventure. Bye bye for now.
Tonight we're running on the right track.